Last week, I had the opportunity to interview David Giuntoli, the voice of Batman, aka Bruce Wayne himself, in DC's upcoming animated film, Batman the Doom That Came to Gotham. We talked about how he found that voice, what it was like to play Batman, and more. A huge thank you to Warner Brothers UK for making this happen. Here's the full interview.
Catherine Shaw, how are you?
Hi, David. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. Congratulations on the film, first of all. I watched it the other day and I really enjoyed it. Have you had a chance to see it in full yourself yet?
I've had the chance, but I haven't done it. I've seen pieces, but I want to watch it with my wife and daughter
Oh, amazing.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
So I've seen enough, and I've done enough work on it that I've seen a lot of it.
Makes sense. So starting from the top, what made you want to go for the role of Batman, and have you always been a fan of his and DC in general?
First of all, I kind of, like most things in my life, had just dumb lucked my way into this incredible role. I believe that Warner Brothers and DC and maybe the directors of my two respective films that I've done, Wes and Sam, heard my work on a show called Grimm, and perhaps heard that my voice was fairly Bruce Wayne and fit this era of Bruce Wayne, which was a little younger in the whole Batman narrative.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell happened, but maybe I wasn't allowed to have comic books as a kid. Maybe I wasn't allowed to watch Batman, but it wasn't as much in my world. I was the only boy in a large family of girls.
Oh, okay.
Not that girls don't like or care for comic books, but it just didn't happen in my family. So I came to Batman later in life with, probably, what's his name? Who voiced, oh God, the Welsh actor? Help me out.
Oh, Welsh. Christian Bale.
Yes. Is he Welsh? Yes, Christian Bale was who I started watching. So there was a darkness to him.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my opening. So that's the Batman I knew.
Cool.
And I absolutely love the opportunity of getting to voice him.
Yeah. Did you, because it's such a big character, did you feel any pressure when you found out that you were stepping into that role?
Yes, I felt pressure. It was insane. And it's, voice acting is such a different medium from on-camera, on-screen acting, and I had really no experience with it. So I am really fortunate that I had two cracks at this and have done two movies, because watching the first movie, I realized that I can go much farther with my choices than you could otherwise go on camera.
Yeah.
If I did some of the things with my voice that I did in the movie on camera, I would have been fired immediately. But it was really nice to get a second crack, and Wes and Sam really gave me the permission to go there and go as big and as far as I wanted to. So, yes, there was pressure, and hopefully I lived up to it a little bit.
Well, you definitely did, in my opinion. So tell us a little bit about where we find your version of Batman in this story in particular.
Yes. Well, one moment. So, this moment in Bruce Wayne's life, he has just sort of traveled the globe. He returns to Gotham after a 20-year hiatus from traveling, acquiring all of the skills, all of the knowledge that would ultimately make him Batman. And the very cool thing about this Elseworlds tale is this is the first time Bruce Wayne assumes the role, the guise of Batman. And that, even as the actor in it, was such a cool thing to me. And that's kind of where he is. So this is his first go around as Batman himself.
Yeah.
A younger Bruce Wayne, kind of stepping into the role.
Cool. And with voicing Batman, I suppose, with all the people that have played him before, you kind of have a rough idea of what he should sound like in your head. But was it a case of you having to practice to find your take on Batman, or did you just have it there somewhere?
Well, I generally don't want to watch other people's work after you get hired in a role. I think it can, it's a choice. You can. There might be value in it. And it might also be detrimental. It kind of depends on the actor.
Yeah.
And for me, that stuff can get a little detrimental because I get locked into this idea that might be completely different from what the director wants. And in my case, Sam and Wes have such, they're legends in this world as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I decided that I'm going to trust fall into their strong, capable arms. And they can be the barometer. They can be the gauge and, help guide me there.
Yeah.
I did know that in this particular tale, Bruce Wayne was going to be going very far with his voice just because he kind of gives over to another realm.
Yeah.
And I was nervous to do it. And I was, I felt pressure, but I think we got there.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that particular scene as well. How was that done, and what was it like getting to experiment with your voice in that kind of way?
I mean, I try not to think about what I look like when I'm acting, but I like sort of physically embody what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
When I'm in those scenes, and I'm in this sound room, and there is a window through which the editors and producers are watching me, and I can only imagine what it was like from their point of view, watching whatever the hell I was doing in there during those moments. I physically embody it. I make a face that I'm sure is interesting to see, and I kind of don't want to think about what I look like, but it helps for me to kind of physically embody this. I have to, I don't even know the term, but loosen up my vocal cords so I make a lot of crazy grunts beforehand. And I go home from work that day sounding like I just ate a cigar. So it is an interesting thing.
Yeah, well, I think we need some behind-the-scenes footage of what it looks like when you're filming that. But what's it like now having the film released to the world?
I am afraid that there is behind-the-scenes footage, much to my chagrin. But go on, I'm sorry, I missed your question.
No, I was just going to say, what's it like now having the film released to the world, and how have you found the reaction so far?
Well, I don't know if I've seen a reaction yet. I think, when is it released? I think it's been released to, you and critics and such. But I think it's released on March 28th.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. So,
28. 21, correct. I'm wrong.
Yes. It's written right in front of me. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was fun. That's kind of all I care about.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today. I really appreciate it, and best of luck with the film and everything else.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have a good one.